It is time for some more Duel Links Rush. Still going with the brand new Chemicalized Salamander deck. Of course, we have a brand new skill. We've got 2 new fusions, one of which is back removal, one of which is an OTK machine, and of course, the brand new trap card, Star Protector's Protection. Bit of a mouthful, but it is going to be a card that is going to probably warp the metagame around its existence. Kind of like Shady did back last year. This card is just incredible, if we can draw it. Now, we are playing a build, I believe, that was stolen. I yonked it from Colin, who cogged with it, and then I changed a few ratios around, and we found a build I like. Now, I was trying out, in a video a minute ago, the piercing build with the new ninja stuff. Didn't really like it that much. Now, issue here is our opening hand is actually not good. We have no targets here that turn on our skill. It's kind of annoying. And so that's like the one area where the noodle variant was better, because you could have summoned Strain, you could have gone in and potentially Sin access to your vanilla. Set 1, set 2, summon Germalu, set the fusion, and then deal 15, because it's all we can do with one attack. Now, Rebels were, I believe, these like the 3rd or 4th most cogged deck pre-support, post-ban list, right? Between in that like weird 10-day period. They should be even better with the brand new prog rock that can again pop back row and then pop monster face down. And I have just completely played into that as I say out loud, which is not very good. Right, that's not good. That we're going to be guaranteeing the removal of at least 2 of our cards on this turn. Right, goes for trading, gets a discard, draws 2. Can you find the prog rock? That is Hard Rock. Hard Rock is shooting a 7 high monster, deals damage, we haven't got that. So not the craziest turn, right? Like it is going to be some damage dealt. That's fine, that's nowhere near as bad as it could have been. We've kept the best card face down. So here, oh, the 3rd protection. You've seen all the protections in how many cards, right? In your top 10. We can game him here if that back row is literally nothing. Do we just play into it? Right, that could be kind of fun. Right, it's going, okay, skill, let's go reveal the Chromatographics, let's go and search into Fusion, and I guess technically Salamander here works as well. We go and pitch the graveyard a Methyl. We go Methyl. Methyl brings out from our graveyard the Germalu. Can then go for the Chromatographics. And then go for Fusion. And this should be easy access to potentially killing this Hard Rock, right? That's kind of the one thing we've got to worry about, I guess, is the Hard Rock. Does it have an effect? It is... oh, it's in the turn you normal summoned it. So by itself, it doesn't really do much of anything at the moment. So we can go play this, change the attack, and we could just like make that lethal. Right, Salamander. He might think, oh, he's forgotten about the back row. I have not forgotten. Go 3. Debuff this down just enough to be lethal. Set this face down. Go combat. Swing in. There we go. Lethal through the brand new trap. On to game number 2. Could be a mirror match. Is it? 3, 2, 1, let's see. It is a mirror match. So, Chemicalized has been a pretty prevalent cog deck in the last day or so. And we've opened a hand that I'm thankful we're going 2nd for. Just straight up, right? Because we can, of course, play the skill, go grab Chromatographics, turn this on, and then make the discard free, I guess. But we can't do a crazy amount beyond that. That helps. Certainly helps. Goes for protect. Okay. Goes for protection. That's fine. That does mean... do we change much here? Probably not, right? We set Ember, we set Trap Hole, and we set Shady, and that hopefully is going to be a good enough removal for, you know, a double tribute of a Graphicus or something. The fusion comes down, and we book it, we gain some big life. Goes for the skill, Alchemy Blaze, which it is basically just a 7's Road Axel, or Master Axel Road, but for this deck, without having the field access, right, the field removal. So you can't like clear a weird, awkward board that's been shaded or something. You can't do that. It is also worse because the deck is worse than 7th Road, right? In terms of getting your fusions, they're more explosive, but they are harder to summon, right? Hard to see. Whereas 7th Road is like, yeah, we can just cheat out the cat one, the piercing one, the charming witch, with of course the alchemy, I think it is, right? So, oh no, with the cat, I am fucking that up. Goes for Ember the High Persistent, which does mean you're going for a fusion play here. What have you done? Setting those before the summon didn't make much sense, but that's fine. You do go for the fusion, right? You try and play the fusion. Of course, we are going to hit it with a Shady, and it's going to put us in a really, really good spot, but I do think you've pulled another copy of your protection. It just, like, it feels like that's the case, right? So yes, we're going to gain 18, which is fantastic, or 15, sorry, which is good. We can, if we find fusion, go straight for it, right? So I think we go Pot of Greed. That's fine. Feels wasteful, but yeah, okay. Fair enough, right? You didn't see the cards. On to game 3. Okay, game 3. Silver. I'm in gold 5. Like, this could be the most embarrassing duel ever. They've not got a skill. I don't like it when Rush Duel gives me duels like this. Right, where you know that there is a chance that there is, like, zero competition. There could be, of course, like, I could be completely murdered here. That could happen. It could be... But it's... You're skillless, man. You're summoning Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress. What am I supposed to expect? And Celtic Guardian, you're role-playing, you're playing the star deck. Yeah, this is like your auto-duel deck you've queued up in. And I feel like that this is like partially why Rush does get some kind of bad rep in Duel Links, because you have a non-zero player base playing decks like this. And the way the ranked system works is that if it can't find a player, it gives you a player from a lower ranking, and so it does then give you a silver player that isn't going to be able to beat a 16 defense wall. The easiest game of my life, potentially, all because Konami's ranked matchmaking is really, really bad. And it sucks for these videos because it always happens, right? You always get these random games where just nothing happens, right? Nothing happens here. We're not gonna style on. We're just gonna go in, swing in, attack in. On to game 4. Can we find a reasonable match, please? Okay, a gold rank 5 Yuga. Hopefully, this has new support. That'll be a good test of like which deck from the box is better. Is it the new Yuga support? Is it the Pyro stuff? Got a feeling it's going to be the Yuga stuff, and got a feeling that my hand is not great. I mean, to be fair, actually, seeing Curse going second is always a good thing. Especially when they could potentially be sending a Strange Cat, right? That's always good. The issue is, every other part of a hand at the moment is, like, not amazing. We'll see, right? We'll see. You're playing the one-off Ghost Cyclone. It's limit 1, right? Bro's still playing his deck from last year. So let's go Methyl. Nothing in the back row yet. So it could be a Ledger Trap, could be, you know, Buffered Slime, for example. They would both be pretty big. Go for Fiery Blaze. That knocks out this from existence. Pot of Avarice. Okay. Not going to get the attack buff off, but that's fine. In for Salamander 2. We don't really care about the attack point debuff here. Just swing in, kill these two, and end on 2 fairly decent bodies. Now, 7th Road, of course, do play their own back removal, so I'm not expecting Shady to live. But if he does go for the cat, then we know that we have got to hit the cat, which is a bit of animal cruelty. But it's deserved, right? Strange Cat is a bit of a menace. Bit of a menace, especially when you can bring out your Charming Witch straight from that. Goes for Star Restart, which will bring out the Strange Cat. Okay. Classic Rush Duel Links just giving me non-games. That's always fun. Fairly bog standard game here. Right, at this point, this is fairly bog standard. Sending the Valkyria in for 7th Road. That can, of course, deal with, you know, it can deal with one of my Salamanders. That's always neat. But you could go for could get greedy, right? And go for the big fusion, but you're not going to get greedy with like very little. Okay, you're being greedy. That's going to cost you. That'll cost you quite a bit. Milestones Road. Play shady. Pitch this. Book this. That's, yep, just give me the free life. Let's go grab double Ember. Send an Ember. Don't really need it. We'll go Ember. In for fusion. And we are just going to go and deal with this back row, right? So 1 and 2. In for the Salamandra. And do I care? Ooh, I do care. I do care indeed. XQT Riding comes down. Now, not going to matter at all. Right? It's just not. Let's go Secret Order. No, Cursorized and Light. That's what I meant. Flip this up. We're going to set Secret Order. And we are just going to go and debuff down by a lot. Right? Just send them. So good, man. It's so good. Return 1, return 2, return 3. Debuff down even more. Yes, we are going to Starlon. In for Ember. Ember brings out a bigger one. In for Chromatographagus. Swing this at the trap hole. Not that we need it. And then we are going to go and swing for 3,000. On to game number 5. Our COG rank up game. Please, video's sake, give me a good matchup. This might be someone that plays in the Garage Festival. Right? Whenever you see _VTuber, then you have to think, is it someone that's properly taking the game seriously? We're both on a rank up. I believe we were both in Gold 5. And you're probably on Red Eyes, I'd imagine, given your arc of skill. So we can go 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, and 4-4. And we just have to hope we can survive the turn. Because while Meteor Flare Fusion comes down, knocks out a body, and then you guarantee 3,500 in. If Meteor Flare comes down and knocks out 2 bodies, then we die. Of course, Pot of Greed getting a draw 2. You love to see it. It is going to be interesting, right? We are expecting a balance coming for Speed Duel, because of the KC Carb. If they do go and hit any cards for Rush Duel on that list, right? Because it would be the last list before the World Championship qualifiers, right? For the Road to Worlds campaign. So there is like a slim chance we do get some like extra hits on the ban list going into the new box. So we'll see, but it's Hero, and you are going to be whiffing on 3 of them, but you are seeing a burst injection for free, which is good, but you've got a burst injection field already. So how good is that for you? Doesn't really seem it. Unless, of course, they've opened the Avion anyway. They could take a big chunk of damage here. They're going to take a big chunk of damage. Are you going to risk it? Okay. You risked that one. It paid off. That's fine. If we see Fusion here, which we don't, we can flip this. We can play Fire Blaze here. And I think we do it because I do want to reduce the risk of, you know, seeing a trap card that could be responded to. It could be compulsory. Widespread's really big. Right, we then go and summon into the Salamander over these 2. Now, anything here, there's not, that's fine. Play our skill. Skill, of course, going to grab the access to Fusion, and I guess another Salamander, right? Because Methyl can be used. So we pitch this, we go Fusion, knock out this back row, which hopefully are going to be like star restarts. Right, and then we get a big damage reduction on their attack. Ooh, debuff by 2,000 is fucking massive. Okay, then Methyl, in for Germalu. This is game on board, which is fantastic. Goes for Salamander. We are probably going to do one more duel after this in COG if we could find a game. Right, like I don't think we can like end it on this because they weren't like crazy good games, right, at all. So, like, yes, we won the COG rank up. It was a COG rank up mirror, right? So, you know, I totally deserved it. But at the same time, it always happens, right? You can have like a really good experience in Gold, right? And some really diverse back and forward games, right? Against top map strategies, against a whole bunch of things. But then you go to the Gold 5 to COG climb and you just get hit with like some of the worst decks you've seen. on video. It always happens. It always happens. So we are going to go and play 1 or 2 games in COG because people playing Rush Duel with worse decks usually don't go into COG. And so, again, we're seeing an Emi, which is fantastic, right? Bubble Actress, a really good deck. I believe was like 3rd on the COG list last month. Is it just a widespread? Is it a buffered slime? Like, is that what we've got? So it's got Germalu, and what do we want? We wanted another body, right? We wanted Salamander. Okay, compulsory. Probably right. Or it's Shady. It could be Shady. And Shady here would actually be not awful. Yeah, Shady here is not awful. Because it does stop me from getting that value from my graveyard. So, unfortunately, this is dead. That's not good. So set 2, we'll probably go Order. Order for Graphigus. And just like, yeah, let's guarantee a little bit of damage. And at the same time, let's not give him access to Curse. Next turn we can, of course, play the skill. Get them other pieces, right? Curse can come in clutch to give us access to the Wincon. You know, they are half-life. So, if there is no back row to contend with, then we should be in a good spot, regardless of any life point gain they may get from their board. But they do gain a lot. So, goes for Nuvia. They pitched the cannon rather than the field spell, which I guess was necessary to... Well, it wasn't, right? Like, that was turned on regardless. So, I don't think that was, like, a crazy good decision, given you do just get the field spell back anyway. Unless you've got 2 in hand. But that doesn't make sense either. Who knows? Who the hell knows? Goes for the Tutamus. Plays for Annapolis. There's no way that you've, like... You had 3 bodies. You could have got there and got the value off on the Okay. Attacks the 1. Goes and tries to do piercing. Go for... Okay. That's fine. You do realize you're dead now, right? What are these games, man? What are these games? Okay. So flip Ember, that's okay. We go skill. Reveal this. Grabs fusion. Grabs this. Yes, Brad. Pitch the one we fucking need to play. You're a genius. You're a genius. Pitch the one we were gonna summon. How do I do it? Every single time. Every time. Right. However, it's not like the end of the world because we are going to debuff by 2000, so like it is still gonna work out. Just we had to misplay a little bit to still get the same result, right? So we'll set curse, play this, nuke, debuff down, set you, nothing matters, swing in. Okay, let's go and find another one. Okay, game 6 or 7, whichever one it is, I'm not too sure, against a Maddox. So it is a mirror match. Again, this could be really good, could be really bad, and we're both on a decent-ish win streak. You'd like to see it. Going second with a hand that does have... Okay, we have got plays. Got multiple plays if we want it. Right, so that's solid. So I think here we go Ember, reveal Graphigus, and Germalu. Pitching Germalu. It is Shiny Shady again. Okay. In for Germalu. We then summon into the Ember face down. We go Graphigus. You love to see him. It's not a Shady. So it could be... Okay. We actually opened very similar hands then. Right? Like assuming that one in hand is like a Salamander. Then we did open very similar hands. Set trap hole. And attack in. Hopefully not going to hit the 15 body defense mode. No, we hit the 16. Okay. Classic. But that's understandable. Right, that's understandable. It's like he's got plenty of plays. and plenty of ways to lethal me, you know, especially with the Super Graphicus, right? It does kind of feel like a bit of a coin flip matchup in some ways, right? So we'll see. Flame Ruler goes to Graphicus. Trap Hole comes down, pops that. So now you've got to waste Secret Order in hand. Because there's no way that you... Okay, yeah, I was about to say, there's no way that you summon into the Ember if you've not got another way of getting access to a body. Goes for the third Chromatographigus. That's 5,500 damage coming my way if he goes for the Germalu. Now... Yeah, that's game. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, right? Salamander. Like, unless he messes up here, which he won't do. That's fair. Again, like I said, like, it's a weird one, right? Because you've got to clear certain things, and we could have potentially held off, right, for a Salamander, but knowing he had Ember, there was like no real reason to. Like, this attacks in, and of course Dynamo Knight for like the chip 400 damage. Of course that was to be a thing. Goes combat, swings in, kills, deals a good chunk here, 27, and swings for lethal. And this would be where, if we had access to the protection, would have been a really good duel for that. Right, just straight up. I do want to see his deck, 'cause it did seem like he was playing the piercing version. Let's see. It was not. Okay, you're playing... Oh, you're playing a bit of a 50-50 version. I like it. I like it. You're getting the value of the Stray in terms of also seeing the Ember, but you're not really losing out on playing the Curses and the Fire Blaze. Okay, cool. Very, very nice. Let's try for one more. Try for one more and see if we can end off on a win. Thankfully, again, we have turned off their own Curse of Rising Lights. That's good. They can't pop off it with Blue Fang. That's also good. But doesn't really matter if they can go for, you know, big milling, big burn with the Red Root Hearts Boost Dragon. However, setting 3 and passing is not the play I expected, but it's a play I'll happily take you having. So this is one Ember, right? So I think, yeah, we go skill, reveal this, goes and grabs Fusion and Ember normal. We then pitch Germalu, play Ember again. We are going to Fire Blaze, so that we do hopefully hit a back row. Inferno. Interesting. We'll go Ember. Ember for the Salamander. This should hopefully go through. It does seem like that you may not have any good back row here. Yeah, okay. Then Curse, flip this up. 19 attack, not the best, right, but it is going to be reduced down by 1,000, that's okay. We then go for Methyl. Methyl then brings back out to the field our Germalu. We summon Germalu, we go for Chemicalized Salamander, and we just are able to get in for a good chunk of damage. Not anything game-ending, unfortunately, but it is fine, right? Swing in, deal 21, swing in, destroy that. Okay. Okay, so you can go for Concurrent Burst Dragon, attack twice, right? Or again, you go for the big Red Root Hearts Boost Dragon, you deal a shit ton of burn damage, and then you probably kill me through this somehow. I believe that the main way they kill you is if you've got a 1500 body on the field, right? So we hopefully, fingers crossed, should be in a good spot. I fully expect our board to die to the Concurrent Burst Dragon, but I don't think it's going to be like the end of the world, right? But I guess Concurrent, I guess if you go for the other one, right, you can then like pop and then pop another card. So debuffs down, sense 1, this card can attack twice. That's lethal. No, it's not. Okay. I can do math. So it's very close to lethal, but it's not lethal. Okay. However, this is lethal. So let's go skill. Skill goes and reveals Chromatographigus. We'll go and add Fusion, and I guess we'll go for a second Graphicus, right? because we can go for the secret order to bring it back up. That's fine. Pitch you, we'll go summon Ember. Ember goes and brings out from our hand the Graphicus number 1. We'll then go for Ember again, go for Fusion, and go and make the Super Graphicus, which then debuffs down, which gives us way enough damage, right? Way enough damage. So, turn 1, debuff this, debuff this. Good amount of damage. That's 4,000 damage right there. Goes for Graphicus the second. Set face down. Go combat, swing in, and lethal. Both dealing big damage, but we managed to edge things out. Let's do one more. One more. Okay, game 8. VN Penguin. I know this guy. I know this one. I know that name. Maddox versus, again, it's a chemicalized mirror. You like to see it. Going first. And we've opened. It's usable, right? It's certainly a usable hand. Keep him off of Curse of the Rising Light. And not lose to them going for like a big back row nuke. But of course, Pot of Greed comes down like as expected, right? They always have it in their opening hand. Pot of Greed, draw 2 cards. And of course, the skill. Oh, you're on Stray. Okay, so Stray is going to be able to mill 2 cards, I believe. Send 1, mill 2, and then add back a vanilla, which you haven't seen, which is really good. Oh, you're on. Okay. Experimental Roars. So it's not a mirror. You are just playing the Noodle Pyro deck, like a bit of a hybrid mishmash of those two. That's really cool. Goes for Red Rise. Red Rise, of course, adds back Chemicalized from the graveyard. Red is the equip spell that gains 300 and then makes it immune to being destroyed by card effects. So at the moment, I don't really fear what's coming down, right? So like Salamander here does nothing. If you got Fusion, then we do probably fear the okay, yeah, we fear the Fusion summon, right? That's fine, I guess. Like if there's Curse in hand, then it is what it is, but probably not, right? Surely not. Surely no. No Curse the Rising Light in hand. Fingers crossed. You've not got Curse. Pot of Greed, Curse the Rising Light, the full shebang. There's our Pot of Greed at least. But if you've not seen a crazy amount of value off that can actually be quite funny. Because we've got the value here that we need from this. So I think that actually might be the way to go here. Is like revealing Graphicus, going this. Ooh, Fusion face down actually. That's actually really big. Probably actually. Oh, there's already one in there. Oh, that changed things then. Yeah, that changes things. Just some reason, just did not want to work there. Okay. Salamander. Nothing? Unless again unless you're holding it specifically for that, right? You're toggling. I imagine that's the case, right? You're going to toggle for the fusion summon of Salamander. There's no way there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Ooh, Vocalize and the Noodle Art flavor shift. That's pretty big, pretty big, pretty big. Pot of Greed. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go Ember. Ember brings out from our hand the Chromatographigus. We then go Secret Order to bring out from our graveyard the Chromatographigus, and we just kill you. We play the Fire Blaze because why not? Doesn't really matter. Set you face down. Go combat, swing in. Should we do one more? I think we should do one more. I want to find like a non-pyro. I want to find like a Red Eyes or something. I want to get destroyed in the final duel. You know, like I want to just like go against top meta. That'd be good. But overall, again, like the COD games are like way more interesting, right? But it's just that you have so long load times that like you're either finding a released in game or you've got a bot, right? So we'll see what the final duel has in store whenever it happens. UK, I'll take a British Mirror. Zuijo, okay. Voidvelg, no Archive. So Red Eyes or Hero. Or Dimension Linker. Could be that one, it could be Gradius, right? 35 card. No extra. Seems more like Gradius Linker then. No, because you still have you'd have the fusion still, right? So maybe pure dimension linker? Maybe a maximum deck? Running like a generic skill? Let's see where things go. But we have again got a decent line of, again, Methyl, into Germalu, discarding that one, getting it back. Ooh, Monarch, incredibly base. Now, 35 card Monarch though, is that like the correct way of doing it? I'm not sure. Like technically we do, but not really. So let's pitch Germalu. We can then go in for Methyl and just see if we've got a... There's no Shady. Okay, so probably a Battle Trap, which is fine. It's not like the end of the world. So we'll go you. Probably go into just Graphicus, right? We'll go Graphicus. And then we are going to set Ember. Set 1, set 2, and then combat, swing in, clear the face down. Okay. Okay. Trap Hole in Monarchs is massive. Shady in Monarchs is also massive, depending on where you hit, right? Curse Horizon Light is pretty good, pretty good. Emperor Aura does give him access to a Monarch of his choice. Okay. There's Zeus. Zeus can go and bring out from... I mean, does nothing right now. Oh, Particle Acceleration on the Trap Hole. That's... Yeah, that's certainly a card you could have played, because that does nothing for me. Right. So, whatever you summon here is going to be hit with the Shiny Shady. Yeah, okay, cool. Unfortunately, we don't get the life point gain, because it is not level 8. Well, it's not like a, big monster by default. But it's not the end of the world. Hand is awkward a little bit, because we can't really do much here. So I guess it's like summon Germalu, Fiery Blaze to knock the field spell, because that means you've got to waste a skill on getting access to the field spell again. So that's a really solid option for us, right? Attack in, swing in, deal 25. Okay. Good spot here. We've got protection. So I think we do go and, like, fire off immediately, right? Go protection, getting rid of you, and that is definitely going to save us from lethal on this turn, if it was possible. Now, the thing with Monarchs is they do like to dismantle your board by forcing you to choose whether what card you pop or, another card to not pop. So it is very likely that our board is going to, see some dismantling, which again is perfectly fine, but at least we won't be dying from anything this turn, right? So goes for Heap face down, which then goes for level 5. There's Zeus. Now, does Zeus have a target here? It does have Fiery Blaze. So I assume you just, like, you give me that, and then you go for this new face down, right? You at least, like, grab the intel, because what do you care about back removal if that back face down is dead? Right, you don't really? So, okay, fair enough. Guaranteed pop is fine. You've then got a sack off 4 Mega Monarch Astrome. So Astrome is going to make me choose one card on my field to keep. Chromatographics, right? We're keeping him. Goes to Wilhel. Wilhel forced me to pop a card. I'm popping the Chromatographics. So I know you got the field spell. Okay, that's fine, right? Again, just as I said, dismantle my board bit by bit. We know you got the field spell. Is that last card he had a back row? It's not. Which is really, really good, because again, we can just kill through this. So it doesn't really matter. Just depends on if we see that which we do. That which we do. So we'll go Graphicus. We'll go Fusion. And I guess actually I do want Ember, right? Yeah, I'd rather have Ember here than Methyl. So we go Ember. Ember in for Chromatographics. Now I'm not going to turn on that back row, because there's a good chance that if we do give him cards here, it could be a Shady. And actually, depending on when we do it, actually no, that'll be fine, right? So we'll go summon this. We'll play Order. Order brings out this. We then go for Curse Horizon Light. Curse goes and flips this up, whatever this is. Weak defense, sure. return back 1, debuff down the Wilhelm, and that is just lethal through this, swinging in, direct attack. This deck is so fun. It is so fun. It's very explosive when it works, and again, there's multiple builds. You could be playing the Noodle build with more piercing access, or you could be playing this build that is a bit more control-y in a way, right, because you are having that back removal. But overall, a really, really fun deck. A fun cog climb in silver through to gold 4, gold 5 to cog was not really the best, but it never really is on the channel, right? It never really is. This list, it is, again, fairly straightforward. This new trap card is the MVP. It can sometimes mess you up. There are certain decks that can still clear your whole board and swing for 35. Or like we can do with this, swing for 55. But at least you're not dying through it. In theory, unless you see the Diamond Knight or you see the Fire Blaze. But overall, really fun deck. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Adios.